Hello everybody, welcome to the next part in Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. We are doing the Day 2 trial in the Turnabout Samurai case. Here we go, let's get things going. Every time I want to load this save, like whenever the second window pops up, I think it's like something else.
Yes. October 18th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Oh god, it's Edgeworth.
No intro, we're straight in there.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Please tell me he has a comment on it being Edgeworth. He doesn't. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I mean, it was probably just assumed when he saw Gumshoe investigating.
True. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed the fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. I love this game so much. Is it possible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime? The evidence presented during the trial will point to this fact.
Alright, Edgeworth, I know you're a really good lawyer, but I want to say you can never say that it is impossible to prove otherwise.
Yeah, that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face. Detective Gumshoe to the stand. I need to dock your pay again. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir! I'll explain the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See? I'm also pretty sure this is a lie, but whatever. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through their action scenes during the morning here. Yes, we've seen that flashback over and over again now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main gate to the studios. Security lady that works the studios is here at 1 o'clock p.m. on that day. Please get her face off screen. I don't want to look at her anymore.
Okay, this is further proof that they were wrong when they said the left was the way to go.
Yes. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder. Where the body was found. Yes, that is what the scene of a murder is.
That is something. I still love how the tape isn't even like close to what, like smooth. It's all riggedy and stuff.
You're like, it would be easier just to leave it smooth. Like you have to go to extra effort to make it riggedy like that.
Seriously.
Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here, and I was one of them. Oh crap! The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers.
Hey, that's true. He was there.
And the young woman, the production assistant.
She did it!
Of course. No, it was the Oldbag. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon.
It's pretty obvious they want you to think it's her, so you know what? I give her the benefit of the doubt.
Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right at that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. We would jump ahead to later that day, ellipses 5 p.m. The production staff came to the studio and performed a rehearsal. Oh, please stop, this is not good for my voice. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled, ellipses. Oh no! We're just going to look at this man's lifeless corpse. How many times now?
More than enough.
I keep asking, is this the bodysuit, or is...
That's the bodysuit. You can tell it's the armor over him.
It's just such an awkward picture. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon!
I don't see any blood on that spear.
I don't either. I guess you have to make some workarounds for its scene rating. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? No, please no.
Should I listen to the whole thing again? I'm joking. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear in quotations, because I don't know what that weapon is, despite my massive beard.
Or your age.
How medieval! Samurai spear added to the court. Oh, that's your job. Why did I read your job?
Your job is through the top part.
Yeah. Huh. Samurai spear. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim, without any blood. Oh, shite! My controller almost just fell. I don't know if you heard that.
Your Honor. This case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is...
Who was the murderer?
What did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand. No.
You know, I just
please
realized,
don't.
as the defendant, why haven't we called in any witnesses?
As the defense, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant, sorry.
It's actually a totally valid question, and one that the series really doesn't address. Like, the prosecution just always calls them in.
Interesting.
Like, I'm just running the assumption that maybe this is some Japanese court thing,
Maybe.
where prosecution calls all the witnesses. Anyway, will the witness declare her name?
Ellipses. My, aren't you a handsome fellow?
God, his face is worse!
This is worse than... Okay,
I'm
no,
afraid I'm a bit
it's worse than
flustered.
Please.
Oh god, it's this all over again.
You cannot make anybody say their name for him.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Oh, that's even weirder.
Your name! Please!
Please tell me this is a running joke with Edgeworth and nobody
Yes,
just gives... It is?
Yes.
Great. It seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their name. I love that they brought it up too.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie.
It actually is Oldbag, wow.
So anyways, I'm the young Oldbag, and there's still the young children. You can name it, believe it, whatever. Be a wine and captain get chocolate. You can call me Oldbag. We just grind.
Objection! Objection! I object to the witness to talk to him this.
Edgeworth is already on the brink. He's already on the brink. Objection sustained. Even the judge is like, what? He's like, what? You brought her up here.
Like, the worst mistake of my life, Your Honor.
The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Please, dear Lord, please, testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie. It's almost like you're a judge.
Whoa.
Ellipses. You may begin your testimony.
Nice.
She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness's testimony, witness account.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I, had some errands to run that morning, even though I'm the only guard. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? I saw some guy on the screen and didn't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers! That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then. Also, I forgot to mention this, but Maya is with us again. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
Very well. Let's
It's going
begin
to be a running thing.
the cross-examination.
Oh, it's allowed up.
Mr. Wright? Yeah, why is she up? Like, she has no reason to be here. Yes, Your
I
Honor.
guess if the judge is okay with it, it's fine, but...
Alright, so as we usually do, we're gonna pass through this. Doesn't really matter. Just see what Phoenix has to say. Or Maya in this
Nick.
case.
Doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much?
Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes.
It's a jerk this time, I love it. Can't she get her kicked somewhere else? Like, anywhere else? Oh, seriously, your assistant is right. Anywhere.
Seriously. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at what I have again, just so I can be sure.
Yogi, obviously the attorney's badge.
I would show it if it didn't give me HP. Or lose HP, unfortunately. Spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Taken at the gate between the entrance studio on 2 p.m. Don't need the key card for anything, I don't think, and I highly doubt I'll need this. I'll probably just have to press her on something. She arrived at 1 p.m., okay. Since the morning. Some errands to run. 1 p.m. we got to the guard station, the main gate. Now the murder happened 2:30 p.m. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. Sounds about right. It was Powers. I'm right there. He was headed to the station. I'm gonna press her on that. Hold it! So you saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny.
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. Oh yeah, I totally forgot we grabbed the
illegally acquired evidence.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. It was him.
What was the illegally? Was it this?
Honestly, everything other than our band and the spears illegally acquired.
I'm pretty sure it was the Powers photo.
Yeah.
So let's present this. Objection! The music changed, so we obviously got it right. Let me get this straight, Oldbag. I mean, Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Wright. How did you get this illegally obtained evidence? Let me see that photo.
He's not even going to question how it was obtained. Nice.
Yep. Ellipses. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. You know, I'm glad that they called him by his, like, stage name and everything.
Yes, of course.
Miss Oldbag. How do you know she's not a Mrs. Oldbag? Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't!
I love how angry Edgeworth has been getting.
Edgeworth likes this lady even less than Wright does. It's great. Ellipses. Well, I mean, I wonder.
I like how he even broke character. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Ellipses exclamation mark, you got me. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday, even though evidence probably says otherwise.
Born yesterday? You were born like 300 years ago. Who are we kidding?
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness. I like how even the judge is like, I don't want to call her by your name. Yeah! He's having trouble calling her Oldbag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that this person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Oh, this is where she's gonna bring the first one, huh? Huh? Even Edgeworth is like, what?
Like, what?
He's stealing my job. Yeah, look at. I like how everything I've said is literally how Phoenix thinks. Maybe I am Phoenix, right?
You are.
Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness.
Nobody can call her name.
Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good. This isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it the second look.
Ellipses! That
Wow.
wasn't his decisive evidence?
Wow, even old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. See, I think Oldbag should be an attorney. She's clearly good at her job.
The sequel, Phoenix gets fired and is replaced by Wendy Oldbag.
Of course.
The man in the photo.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. It was also the spear. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
I mean, I don't know if he's dragging his leg. It just could be the coincidence, you know?
Yeah. Even if they were dragging their leg, that could have been anyone that knew about it.
Yeah.
You know.
So he had sprained his ankle.
And it could have been Oldbag for all we know. She knew about it.
True. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. So that's our hint that we should press, but as we usually do, let's see what kind of fluff there is at the end of this, if any.
Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions?
Well, she seems pretty sure that was Powers in that photo. I guess I'll just have to press her and see if I can shake her conviction.
Oh yeah, press. Matter of finding statement to press.
I saw
Or
Powers.
definitively
tripping.
press everything!
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Okay. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. That's pretty vague, or not vague, but it's apparently. And also he's clearly dragging his leg. And I'll press this first. Hold it! Music didn't change, but... Are you sure? Let's take a look at the picture again.
I don't think the music changes for pressing.
I gotcha. So he was walking strangely because he was injured. It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Okay. I'll press her on this. Hold it! Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragged his foot. Okay. Saw Powers trip and fall. A hold pressing on this. Hold it! He broke a prop.
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
Ah. Sorry about the unplugging of the controller you guys might hear. His samurai spear. The murder weapon?
Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
I thought you were security, not duct tape provisioner.
You know, that's true. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record.
Anything, wouldn't that have been Penny Nichols' job to get the tape? But, you know, well, whatever.
Yeah, seriously. Samurai spear. The murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Okay, so that's good. We pressed her about the fact that it was broken. Let me look at the picture of the evidence again. Does it show if it was it doesn't look broken. It looks fixed. Kind of. I don't know. See, the thing is, like, I don't know if this makes such a big of a difference, but you see how the, like, tape is slanted to the side? There? You can see how in here it's, like, perfect, like, it's not slanted to the side. I don't know if that means anything. So, I think I'm gonna press, or present on one of those if I can, obviously. But, you know what, I'll press on this just to be sure. Hold it! Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers.
Objection! Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg.
He has a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers. There's gotta be more to this. Better keep pressing her. So I guess what I'll do is... let's see...
Is there any quote that's talking about the photo in specific?
The morning during the run through the action scene. What if I press her on this for funsies? Hold it!
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know that I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight up and narrow. Now, you today always whining about each other, pointing fingers away and making our old woman cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
Pink Edgeworth has met his match. I do like how that was funny.
Yeah.
I was gonna comment on her that like lying potentially, and she caught me out before I even said it. Okay, that morning, trip and fall, broke one of the props. It's a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle. Okay, I guess. The murder weapon mended with duct tape. I'm trying to think of what to do here. Well, I wonder if they'll say anything different.
Will I make finding glaring contradictions? I think this is the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing.
What was the? There was one. There was one that I didn't press her on. Which one was it? Was it this one? I'll press her on it. Hold it! Who is present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There's Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, evil magistrate. And me, of course.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing! Just observing.
What about the assistant?
She was off moving backdrops around and such.
Ooh, okay, that's good. So she didn't see the run-through then. That's actually some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to present the samurai spear.
Very luck.
I guess, yeah. Objection! No music change. That doesn't make me feel any better. Your Honor, that statement contradicts his evidence. No, it doesn't.
Crap.
Sees question mark. It does. I don't see anything contradictory.
Huh?
Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Naughty, naughty, boo, boo. I'm so awesome.
There's everybody's objection. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Okay, I did push my luck, to be fair. I'm trying to...
Did you put out the death there? I can't see.
Yes, I did. What? Oh, wait.
I think we've heard enough. It's just like, no, stop. Please stop. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Is there, like, a time limit, or is this just so happen to be a thing? Well...
I have the guide open. Basically what happened is you had to press a certain set of statements, which you finally did with that last one. Then eventually Edgeworth just cut you off.
So I just showed that for no reason. Nice.
Yeah. You could have just gone through a few more statements and he would have stopped you anyway.
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is...
Where is this steel samurai costume now?
well, actually, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though, really. Anyway, that's not important.
That's extremely important. What are you talking about?
The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Webb Powers.
I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I'm gonna object. Hold it right there.
Excuse me, it's not an objection, that's a hold it.
Yeah, exactly. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point.
So easily swayed.
I know, right? I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera would have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility too. Oh my god, my controller just unplugged like twice.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
Continue?
No need to ask twice, honey.
Witness's account continued.
The time of the poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go through the studio before that was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
Wait, that's what the missing thing is probably. The missing photo from the thing was Will Powers leaving the studio to go to his place. I just thought about that. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Witness account continued.
Alright, and we'll go through this.
Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean.
This is like the most... This is the most un-Maya thing I've heard her say so far. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all, or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
Oh, how convenient.
Something to look for you to look forward to, perhaps?
Such a jerk.
Okay, so... I just want to be sure what I have. Samurai Spear, taking it to... Oh, it says number 2, so... True. The only person I saw go through the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. Had I would have seen them.
No,
oh, I didn't mean to press her, but whatever.
Whatever, we're gonna get some fluff.
Yeah. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 p.m.?
Oh, I mean, this is a new thing, I guess.
Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
It was an extension. How nice of a segue.
Yeah. Worked really well.
So, I'm going to press the photo because it does say number 2. I guess I would put it on no one else went in there. Oh, he is dragging one leg, apparently. Because, yeah, it says photo number 2, so present. Ooh, music stopped. Objection! Hold it! Look at this photograph one more time.
Yes, yes.
This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, there is, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
That's because I don't!
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo I printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? I rest my case, Your Honor. Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo?
Mm-hmm.
Order! Order! I have a hat again if you look at me. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. I can't unsee it. You have to forgive me.
It's fine.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only with someone with access, the security lady herself!
You watch your mouth, whippersnapper.
I mean, technically, we had access to.
True.
We can't really prove our innocence here.
The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes. That's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court? Seems like she doesn't know about where it is offhand.
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Huh? Believe
Stop.
me, I want to, but I don't know what that means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Ellipses. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Convenient.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please. Even the judge is like, God damn it.
Please, just take this woman off the stand.
The
I
other
do not
folks.
feel comfortable with her around.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Edgeworth, you picked a terrible witness.
You really did.
Well, of course, Bunny, I've only just remembered it. I have a terrible memory.
Right, anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad you and me are on the same page.
The other person.
She only said like 3 things.
Okay, 4 things. Come to think of it, couldn't she think of that a little earlier?
Classic old windbag maneuver, Maya.
Maybe use what tactics to remember for use in my future career as a windbag.
Oh my god. Let's find out more about this erased photo. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold her, or press her on it. Hold it! How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
Oh, that means there was a face!
Yeah.
For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Also, apparently she hasn't been listening to anything being said.
Seriously.
She's repeatedly saying that you don't know it's him. You just know it's the Steel Samurai. But now,
I'll press on this, obviously, then. Hold it! Well, who in the heck was in the photo you erased?
without question.
Ha! A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection! Oh wait, I think that was your... Was that mine? I don't know. It sounded kind of like...
No, my net cut out for a split second.
It sounded like Edgeworth's, but I'll just yell objection because Phoenix is
We'll
talking.
both do it. Objection!
Objection!
There we go.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in? Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area.
You know about this and you haven't done anything about it.
Yep.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain.
You know, you could solve it so easily. Just get a wood plank and nail it into the wall. Wouldn't be pretty, but it would stop the issue.
Yeah, just like make it so it has like a little bit of room so people, or so the actual like water can get drained.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased?
It was the boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
Well, clearly we're going to accuse this little boy of murder. Let's go.
Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? Ellipses. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
I'm not thinking about wielding the spear, I'm thinking about having on all that stuff. Like, and being, like, fitting it all on without being too small. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. I mean, it's a prop. It shouldn't be heavy.
Get a really early
then again, he killed somebody with it, so somebody died to it. So yeah, which is weird because props shouldn't be able to kill. But okay.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah. They're already trying to unsuspect him just because he's a boy.
Of course. Of course.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Oh, please, please, take it to heart. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 3. That only took a little over an hour.
What, it did?
Well, yeah, because we started at 8.
No, it's taken 37 minutes so far.
I mean, like, in-game.
Oh, okay. Mr. Powers? Yes? Sorry, it's hard to give him his voice when it's one line. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai that was in the security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff. It's worth like $20.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this lead me? It doesn't look good. The only likely suspect right now. Just like my dog's barking.
Those are also suspects. What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this. Have done this. Yeah.
Oh, right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. That is illegal.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick. It's time.
Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. I'm not a baby.
It means you're going back to jail, boy.
Detention.
I don't know how it is.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios is a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. You're running with process of elimination there. That is a very dangerous game.
Yep.
I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim.
Excuse me, it's airtight.
There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
So, obviously we're gonna show Mr. Will Powers.
Oh, of course.
Right. No, we're gonna show Maya.
Great.
Even better.
As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? The assistant girl is really the only thing I could think of in this current time. I don't think she did it, personally, but the security lady has an alibi. The grade school boy is...
He has a bunch of alibis.
It doesn't... Yeah, he's got a bunch of alibis. It also doesn't seem very likely. The assistant girl does not have an alibi at the moment, therefore I have to go with her. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai. So you're saying the steel samurai in this picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor.
Objection! You're so stupid, right? If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember this photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? Oof, rude. He was dragging his foot.
Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time.
Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
Powers then poor Hammer Rat the run through. Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think.
Right.
She didn't know about about Powers' ankle.
I knew that. Well, we are wasting time, which was our plan.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the steel samurai. Well, I look with that costume. Okay, that was hard to read. But she couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as one. Dang it! I thought that was good.
Objection!
She had no alibi. I did process of elimination. Just because somebody said because it was like a, what's it called? It was a vague alibi that somebody said she was possibly doing it. I thought that was
the process of elimination of who has the less believable alibi between Oldbag and the boy.
Yeah, nobody knows. Trouble I have seen. May we move on, Mr. Wright? Girl, this fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor. One more chance, please. Very well. Go ahead. Who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? I guess I'll just go with the security lady because of the whole dragging of the foot thing. It's the only thing I could think of that really would work. The grade school...
same argument would have come up for the grade school boy too, where he can't know about the injury either.
Exactly.
Not to mention, he has a jillion other reasons why it couldn't be him.
Yeah, okay, well, the music stops, so. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. They should have just gone full force and called her Wendy Oldbag. I know it's a pun on that, but they might as well have gone with the full thing. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
Blah, 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 blah.
Order! Order! Look at my hat.
It is a really nice hat. It's also floating.
Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag, that's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard at the main gate, alone. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. Oh, I guess that is true.
Yeah.
She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deduction reasoning, Mr. Wright. You do a better job than our detective Gumshoe.
Why do you pay him again?
Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. Ellipses question mark. It's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump with an objection and some new damning evidence?
But, oh, please, no. Please arrest this lady. Arrest her and take her off the streets immediately.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
Ellipses.
He's thinking.
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
Damn.
Well, he really does want her to get arrested.
Well, what? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? You know what? I'm gonna press further. Why not?
Nah.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Oh, definitely hurt feelings.
That is a lie. You know that you hate her.
Oh, they all are like... There's a reason none of them are fighting this.
Wait just a minute.
Oh, well, Edward could have fought this if he wanted to.
What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day? Whippersnapper.
Yes, it is.
I have proof. I do?
Proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. White.
Yes, indeed.
White, right? Sorry, I was thinking of the old one. Ooh, my attorney's badge.
Now there's proof if I've ever seen it.
Take that! I don't even care if I take the L on this one. This is my proof. Ellipses. I can't see how this has anything to do with the matter. Mr. Wright, there aren't that many pieces of evidence in the court record. Please try not to pick the wrong one. So sorry, Your Honor. I'll ask again, Mr. Wright. It shows the boy could not have committed the murder. Aha, the car key.
I was going to say the joke of that actually is good evidence.
Take that! The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The truth has been awfully silent.
I know. I think he just wants it over with.
He wants her to get arrested. It's like, get this old bag out of my sight.
The windbag, speechless. This has to be a first. Very well. Or very well, rather. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy? What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Dear Lord.
Wait a second.
Wait, he already... No, it's adjourned. He ended it. He ended it.
Yeah, he slid his gavel. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, it's you can't stop it. It's over.
I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking.
Oh no. Okay, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Court is adjourned. Miss Oldbag, what is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Why are you allowing this?
Yeah, you pressed your gavel! It's over! Trial is done!
See you tomorrow! Have fun in the slammer for a day!
Seriously!
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
You think? He doesn't like this lady.
Well, testify! No! The trial's over!
My lips were sealed.
Globo Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it. See? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Also, you lied under oath because you're not supposed to lie. You know, this is a criminal act.
How many cases of perjury has she already committed?
Too many.
Take her away!
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
Ellipses. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is equal parts the best and worst trial we've had so far.
I don't think there's anything I can, get her on right now. Let's see what Maya say.
Nick, I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping secrets, Ellipses. Let's get as much information as we can.
Alright, so we're gonna press. Alright, let's press the first thing. Hold it! So we were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Edgeworth is so done.
It's like, throw it in the slammer, throw away the key, burn the trash can.
Oh my god.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
That means all of them are suspects.
Yeah, literally everyone there, including the kid, is a suspect.
Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna press her on everything. Hold it! Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course!
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these
people?
Idiots. I mean, that's actually a good point. Why did nobody ask that?
Seriously. I guess they just liked it so much that they assumed that they did it for fun.
Yeah.
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Wow!
Oh, and the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? I love how everyone is against her right now. Edgeworth is, Phoenix and Edgeworth are literally just working on the same side at this point.
It's like, throw her away!
There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen. Oh yeah, sorry. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue this cross-examination? I think I've already asked my questions, but might as well just keep pressing on stuff.
Just do all of them.
Yeah. Hold it! Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder!
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions. I'm gonna keep the cross-examination. Yeah, I guess there's no harm getting as much.
There's only 2 statements left. Why not?
Yep. Hold it! So you're told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio on the TV bigwigs, no less.
Wait,
Why did I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We're all in on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the second place, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you pressed that one already.
Did I? Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's starting you back the first one every time you press.
Okay.
Yeah, it threw me off that too, so.
So is this
That
one,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Hold it! So they were actually in the studio!
Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
I'll kill this woman, I swear.
I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. You're gonna have to hang on this one. That's the last one. Hold it! Them? Who are these people?
Well,
Okay, this I think this is the same as that.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Of
Fuck
course. Yep, already did this.
What? I'll kill this woman. I swear it.
Alright, that's all. Yeah, take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. Also, was still technically done, but, you know, whatever. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we've just been told of.
Ellipses.
I'll have you know my controller vibrated very violently.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned! Again!
I feel so bad for Edgeworth.
He got screwed.
He got so screwed. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We had to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now it's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, we figured out yet just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume?
No, Maya, did you pay attention at all to what just happened?
No, not at all. I stopped listening when Oldbag talked. Did it really been the old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, I don't! Throw her away!
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel bad. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there. with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon, Ellipses.
Thanks, guys. I'm such a baby.
Aw, to be continued. Alright, that's it for this part. Yo, next time, all toast.
Yeah, see you guys next time. Hopefully I can, in the next trial, we can see Mr. Edgeworth go berserk again. That was funny seeing him pissed.
That was the best part of this.
It was funny seeing him pissed at almost every sentence. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time in the day 2 investigation, where we see if we can get some more information before the next trial. So, see you guys then. Thank you all for watching. Chicken tenders.
All toasters, toast again.
Bye-bye.